Hello class, this is Akhtar. Today we will be going through the second chapter of physics known as work, power and energy. In this PPT, we will be totally working and concentrating on the part work. In our daily languages, what is work? Work is some sort of exertion. It could be mentally, it could be physical, or various activities such as running, reading, studying. These are all examples of work. However, as a science teacher, I will not think that these are examples of work. I'll make you explain in the next slide of this PPT what is exactly work in science. After going through this PPT, we will be able to define work. We will also be able to show how work are measured, then how work is done with the help of force of gravity, and last, what are the various units of work? It could be higher unit, it could be SI unit, it could be CGS unit, it could be lower unit. We'll be able to answer after doing this PPT. See, what does work mean to the normal people? A coolie standing with 30 kg of bag. A student is studying. A person is walking for 7 kilometers. A man is trying to push a wall. So, these four examples, if you talk to a normal people, they will say, yes, this is an example of work. However, I will prove you that all are not examples of work. Like the first example, a coolie just standing with 30 kg of bag is not work according to me, because for work, two things are very, very important. First thing is force. Second thing is motion. In the first example, a coolie standing with 30 kg of bag. Yes, he is exerting force, but there is no movement of the coolie. So this cannot be an example of work. Second is student studying. Again, this is not an example of work because there is no sign of any movement. But when we go to the third part, that is walking for 7 kilometers, I can tell you, yes, this is a correct example of work, because a person is walking for 7 kilometers means he is putting force and he is having a movement also, that is for 7 kilometers. So this is a correct example of work. We will get a clear picture of how work stands in physics when we'll be going through the next slide. See, what defines work? Work is said to be only done when two things are there, when the force is applied on the body and the body moves. So, by this definition, I can say work is said to only be done when force is applied on the body, which makes the body move. Two examples I have shared with you students. First is a man pushing a car. This is an example of work, as a man is pushing a car, means a man pushing, that means he is applying force, and a car is moving, so there is a movement also. So this is an example of work. Second, again another example, a boy going upstairs. A boy going upstairs, again we will see that a guy is going, means he is putting force, and he is going upstairs, means there is a movement. So again, this is a good example of work. However, a coolie carrying a load but not moving exerts the force. However, it is not producing motion. So it cannot be an example of work. In the next slide, we will be able to explain the measurement of work. See, the amount of work done on the body depends on two factors, as we have already mentioned in our previous slide. One is the magnitude of force, another is displacement produced by the force. Please class, don't be confused by the word magnitude. Magnitude is nothing, it is just the amount of force. So basically we say that W is equal to F into S, where F stands for force and S stands for displacement. So here also we can define work, that work, the amount of work done by a force is equal to the product of the force and its displacement. However, if a force acts on a body and the body does not move, that is, the displacement is zero, or the body is moving circle, as we have studied in class 9, that anything which is moving in a circle, its displacement always comes to zero. Then it proves that there is no work done. In this slide, we will be working on a special type of expression of work, that is W is equal to Fs cos A, or with for this A we can also write as theta. This is nothing, A or theta denotes an angle here. See, for many places it is not necessary that the force always causes the displacement of the body in its own direction. If under some circumstances a force displaces the body in direction other than the direction of the force, then we can determine the amount of work by the force in two ways: A, along the force; B, along the displacement. In the next PPT, we will be able to understand what is along the force and what is along the displacement. See, for along the force, we use a formula W is equal to F into S cos A or cos theta, or for the along the displacement we use W is equal to F cos A or theta into S, where A or theta is nothing, it is just denoted for angle. For component of displacement along the force, suppose a constant force, which is, we can say, F, acts on a body along a distance which is like this straight line, okay, and displaces the body on the inclined surface, that is from here to here. So for this we use the first formula, that is W is equal to F into S cos theta. However, for finding the component of force along the displacement, we use the second formula, that is W is equal to F cos theta into S. Here the component of the force is in the direction of the displacement, means it will be below the graph. See, so here we can easily say that work is equal to component of the force in the direction of the displacement multiplied by displacement. Now for here we will be doing two special cases, that is theta is equal to 0, means if displacement of the force is in the direction of the force and angle is equal to 0, then cos 0 is equal to 1. So here work will always be positive because we are getting the value of cos theta as 1. However, in the second case, when the displacement is normal to the direction of the force, that is theta is equal to 90, so here cos 90 will be becoming 0, so work is 0. So here is the best example, when a coolie walks with a horizontal distance, he is moving while carrying the bag, but the horizontal distance is equal. So here there is no work and the work is said to be 0. In this PPT, I am trying to explain you how is work done by the force of gravity. We already know by the previous PPT that W is equal to F into displacement. So in class 9 we have studied that for gravity the force is mass into gravitational force, as I have showed here. Force is equal to gravitational force or gravity, which is m into g. See, but if a body is moving like this, the gravity is pulling the body, so the distance becomes h. So here s will become h. So here we can say W is equal to Fs or W is equal to mgh, where m stands for mass of the object, g is nothing, g is just the gravitational acceleration, and h is the distance or the height it is covering for a body to come from here to the final position, from original position to the final position. The last part of this topic is units of work. See, SI unit of work is joule. Class, be prepared that if you are writing the SI unit of work joule as full, so we have to start J with a small letter, or if you're writing just J, it has to be a capital letter. So 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton into 1 meter, because work is the SI unit, joule is the SI unit of work. So work is equal to force. Force का SI unit is Newton into distance or displacement. So that is meter. So here 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton meter. If anyone asks you to define 1 joule, so here we will say 1 joule of work is said to be done when a force of 1 Newton displaces a body through a distance of 1 meter. There are some bigger units of work also, like kilojoule, megajoule, gigajoule. See, 1 kilojoule is equal to 10 to the power 3 joule. 1 megajoule is equal to 10 to the power 6 joule. And 1 gigajoule is equal to 10 to the power 9 joule. See, Farade's unit of work is erg, ERG, erg. A very important question which comes in exam is, what is the relationship between joule and erg, or what is the relationship between the SI unit of work and CGS unit of work? So please be aware, 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power 7 erg. Thank you class. Today for this slide, this PPT we are ending here. I'll come back with the next PPT that will have power and energy. Thank you. Bye bye.